A bang bang for a bing bong.
Till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang!
Knicks run the Pistons out. But somebody come get your man Frank Isola. Brunson over Thompson in round one compared to Jordan over Russell. What are we talking about? This is the championship, Frank. And puck luck for a plucky potluck game 7. Timmy's Stars, Woody's Avs. I can't wait. Let's go around the horn.
Let's see that. Let's see that.
Go Clippers.
Trace to Frank Isola.
I don't want to see out of his mind.
Like it without the push.
I know he's just stirring it up. I'm stirring it.
Go Clippers.
So it was single coverage on this player. Ozzer Thompson, so good all game. On the island versus Brunson. Brunson hadn't hit all of his shots in the fourth quarter, but he's the NBA's clutch player of the year for a reason, and this is deliverance. A series where one game was decided by a call refs admitted they blew, and another game decided by Brunson not being able to check the game. Came down to that, and Detroit not being able to close out the lead at home and force a game 7. So, on that last shot, and the Knicks over the Pistons in 6. Around the horn to Harry Lyles Jr.
Yeah, Tony, this feels, obviously the result of how good Jalen Brunson is because he is the clutch time player of the year for a reason. This is what he does. He has averaged over 13 points in the fourth quarter of these games in this series. But I do see some youth and inexperience from the Pistons coming up in this situation. Ozzer Thompson had held him to 0 of 5 shooting as the primary defender before that one shot, but that is the one shot that put them to rest. So there is something there. I will say this, though, in defense of J.B. Bickerstaff, a lot of people are saying, how could you let him take the last shot? Even if they send a double onto Jalen Brunson and he passes off of it, the Knicks shot 7 of 10 off of Jalen Brunson passes last night, and 7 of those were wide open looks. 6 of them went down. So I don't know that this is a complete solution of, hey, if you double him and let somebody else shoot it, like it's just going to be a better result. I don't know that I buy that. I do think, though, this is a case of a better Knicks team, a Knicks team that had been here before, that was built for the moment, and a Pistons team that was not. They were up 7 with 2.5 minutes to go and completely crumbled.
Tim Kalishaw, on that play, though, are you doubling Brunson there?
I probably am, although I agree with Harry. Thompson has been really good on him. And the thing about, you made fun of Isola comparing it to Jordan and Byron Russell. Brunson does physically get him off of him. He does it much more subtly than Jordan, just throwing Russell to the side, knowing they're never going to call an offensive foul on Michael Jordan. But he did. But it was the plays before that, too, that he got trapped under the basket. He's, 6'1", and he's got nowhere to go. And he made a shot, I'm talking about Brunson, under the basket to make it 112-110. That was phenomenal off the glass. And he had the three-point lean in, the foul shot right before that. So, I mean, Brunson, I feel like we spent a lot of time talking about former Maverick guards on this show. I don't know why. But Brunson, has shown he is whatever star level you want to put him on, he's capable
Bill Plaschke around the horn, yeah.
I can't believe you all don't agree with this. You had to double team him. What's he doing alone? Everybody in the stadium, everybody on TV knew he was going to get the ball. Everybody knew he was going to take the shot. Brunson had 52 clutch hoops this season, 27 in the playoffs. The best clutch shooter in basketball. It comes down to the last shot. You got to double team him. Let Mikal Bridges take that shot. I'll take my chances with anybody else but Jalen Brunson. That was absurd. Bickerstaff blew it, and Detroit had outscored him like 20-2 in a run in the fourth quarter. Detroit could have won that game, and he should have won that game. But you have to play defense, and you have to double team the best guy on the floor. Everybody knew it. What are they thinking?
Lee Kaplan.
I think we all wanted a Game 7 at the Garden. It would have been electric, but this is, as you guys said, what Brunson has done all season long. I feel like these playoffs have been a coming out party for both of the Thompson brothers, and the season has been a coming out party for the Pistons. Thompson has just been so good. Like, Brunson was even surprised after the game that he was that open. It's really hard to criticize Bickerstaff, and none of the players want to do it, but I have questions of why Thompson was subbed out when the Knicks were storming back there because of how good he was defensively. But big picture, this is a young team with a lot to be proud of, a team that has a lot to be proud of, and the future is really bright for Detroit.
Harry, back in. Last word after the horn.
Yeah, I felt, Emily just mentioned it, when he subbed him out and you let Dennis Schroeder guard Jalen Brunson, that's when he started appearing in the fourth quarter. If that doesn't happen, they probably win that basketball game.
Any number of moments in this series where you could say, the foul call the refs admit they blew. Brunson not being able to check in the game. Thibodeau played the best defense against Brunson all series when he sat him out and couldn't call a timeout to get him in the game. And then, yes, during the run, after a team had one run, allowing the Knicks to get back into it. That's how that series gets decided. Knicks get the Celtics again. I'm going to hit pause on that because that series doesn't start till Monday. And we turn our attention to Clippers Nuggets. We're going to get 7. I've heard it all series long. This one will go 7. Well, now we get what you told us, national panel, with LA's win last night. Clippers needed 47 minutes, though, from James Harden to force it. What type of effect do you think that'll have in a quick turnaround Game 7? Nuggets have more Game 7 experiences than any team in the league the last few years. Some good, some bad. Who was built for this? This national panel is built for a Game 7. Bill Plaschke, around the horn to you. You're in Los Angeles. How will this Game 7 Clippers-Nuggets be won?
The Clippers will win this game. James Harden is on a roll. He's trying to redeem himself from past terrible collapses in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Nikola Jokic is not on a roll. He scored 7 points total in the last 2 fourth quarters. He's getting tired. He's getting burdened. And then they have the Clippers, or people on the bench. Nicholas Batum was awesome off the bench. I think Kawhi Leonard is in a better shape right now than any of the Nuggets. I think that the Clippers are on a roll right now.
On a roll. They're one
deeper,
consecutive game in a row is what they've won at this moment. And the stat you gave about Jokic is actually in the second half. It's not just in the fourth quarter. But the man in Los Angeles, as has been true for this show for 23 years, riding with Los Angeles, Tim Cowlishaw.
It's over.
Tim Cowlishaw around the horn.
I'm going to put 23 years of credibility on the line and agree with everything Plaschke said. I think the Clippers are going to win. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think the Clippers are going to win. Kawhi Leonard having a big Game 7, surprising no one. James Harden having a big Game 7, bit of a surprise to some of us. But I think he's going to, and Zubac does do a great job on Nikola Jokic, and I think Denver is feeling the pressure of that coaching change and thinking about, did we do the right thing? We can't go out in the first round after doing that, and that's gonna they had trouble winning home games in the playoffs last year.
Emily Kaplan, around the horn to you.
I don't know if they're feeling pressure of it, Tim, because it feels like they wrote off the playoffs before it even began by firing your coach and your general manager. I just feel like at times with the Nuggets, Jokic, we know, just drags all of his teammates into the fight. He's sometimes the only thing going. But in this series, it feels like he's acting like the coach, too, at times. Like you see him calling subs from the court. When you listen to him post-game, he even sounds like the coach. And so I think this series is going to be won because of the Clippers' depth. They have it, and you have a coach that can make the adjustments because they have so much depth. And that's the difference between these two teams. So
depth and stability is what I'm hearing from Kaplan will decide this Game 7. Harry Lyles, how about you?
One factor is coaching. I mean, you saw it in the last game with putting Nick Batum in for Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn had been a huge piece of what they do defensively. He only played 10 minutes because of the spacing issues that he provided that offense. Once he came off the floor, you saw how that helped Kawhi and James Harden be able to help open up that offense. And then also what Ivica Zubac has been doing specifically. Tim sort of started mentioning it, but he has had 28 post-ups against Nikola